Assalamu alaikum. O people, eat permissible good things out of what lies in the earth, and do not follow the footsteps of shaitan. Okay? Out of sight, out of mind. For many years, we've accepted what halal. We've accepted hand slaughtered by Muslim. We all accept as halal, yes? Tasmiyah should be recited when the animal is slaughtered. We all agree? Yes. Sure. The appropriate vessel need to be cut. Yes? The 3 out of the 4 need to be cut for that animal to be rendered halal. We agree to that too. The animal obviously has to be alive. We say obviously because we take it for granted. And in the presentation we will show you where animals are not alive when they're slaughtered. Humane and dignified. Okay? So we've always accepted, and we've never sat and thought about it. We've never sat and thought about it that this is halal. When someone gives us halal, subconsciously we accept that it's been hand slaughtered, it's by a Muslim, Bismillah has been recited, and all the rest of it. Okay. So that's what we call halal. We see the halal sign, the halal insignia, 1400 years. The time of the Prophet ﷺ. And it's accepted everywhere. One of my friends in Leicester, he was doing some business in China. So he went to China. He said, I was on the airport, Salim, and I wanted to go to the bathroom. So I said, why didn't you go? You said there was no signs showing bathrooms. The Chinese people are so proud that if anybody been to China, we say, they don't have signs in English. The Chinese is written where the toilets is, and they don't have a little man and a woman saying this is men's and this is ladies. But he said even there in China, I saw the halal sign, I could consume halal. So wherever you go in the world, where you see that sign, we've all accepted. Muslim country, non-Muslim country is accepted as halal. Agreed? 75% them all know. And no one will doubt when they see the sign as halal. Okay. So what's the problem? What's the problem? There's no problem, is there? So chalo, Faisal bhai, khana le aao, khate chale jate hain, ho gaya kaam. The problem is, machine slaughter is also accepted as halal. Now, shall I explain what machine slaughter is? Machine slaughter is, imagine a conveyor belt going round with chicken, hand on it, going round, and at one end there will be a blade going round. And that machine, when it comes round, the head of that chicken is cut off. Number one. Number two, there might be a cassette player on the side saying Bismillah, 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 Bismillah. No bande. Apne bande koi nahi. Going round, 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 round. Number two, maybe sometimes the blade will the inscription of Bismillah Allahu Akbar on the blade which is cutting it. So that's going round, 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 and cutting it. And in some cases, non-Muslim slaughtermen. Non-Muslim slaughtermen. There was a recent issue 2 years ago in Scotland, if you might have heard. On the day of Eid, the Imam Sahib, said, okay, but what are you doing here? You should be slaughtering. He said, yeah, I left. That day, the Qurbanis went into the shops. A non-Muslim slaughterman slaughtered them all. When the distributor went to pick the Qurbanis up, Qurbanis, huh? We're talking what, 100 pounds? Over 100 pounds nowadays. The most blessed worship for us. The reason we do it, so we gain the rewards, so our children can gain the rewards and conceive. Slaughtered by a non-Muslim. When the owner said to the distributor, the brother, these are not halal. These are not halal. He said, no worries, I'll send them. He took him to the butcher. He told the butcher, these are not halal. He said, go back me. And he gave that to us, the Muslim community, the consumer, as halal. Now you tell me, go back to the question. If you consume arsenic unknowingly, does it affect you or not? So this qurbani, which was haram, does it affect you or not? So that's also accepted. Machine slaughter, going round, 12,000 chickens an hour. Next, no man, nobody does. And in some cases, forgive me, for the ulama, this is no disrespect to the ulama, but in some cases, they will have an alim who will go on a Tuesday, he will take his 50 pounds, and he said, Bismillah, Allahu Akbar, green red button, and press that. And for the whole week, that will be gone. What's happened if there's a breakdown? £100 call out charge by. And sometimes it's known that he'll do it over the phone. He said, put the phone here in the button, and I will press, I will blow in the phone, and that will be enough. 85% of the poultry we've been consuming is machine slaughtered on our tables. We love our tikkas, we love our samosas. That's what we've been eating. This is fact. There's no hearsay about it. This is fact. Everybody knows this. Machine slaughter. Can you see the blade? The chicken going round and round. No bandit. And unfortunately, organizations accept that as halal. Would we eat from here? Stunning. There's various, I'm not guiding, so I'm not going into the religious arguments about stunning. I'm going to share with you what happens to the animal when it's stunned. When an animal is stunned, it's given an electrical impulse. The idea for that is to numb the animal so when it is slaughtered, when the animal is slaughtered, it doesn't move about. And apparently you found out recently that the stunning was introduced to safeguard the person killing the animal, not the animal. Now animal rights activists have turned it over that it's for the animals. Yes? All these people in this room, if we put our finger into that plug, yeah, it will affect each of us differently. Some of us will get a buzz, someone will enjoy it, someone will die, because everybody's heart is different. In the same way, every animal is different. So when they stun the animal in the head, for the big animals, to stop it from moving about so there's no damage, and they say that there's less pain to the animal. The animal will go into a bath of water, which is electrocuted. The head will go into the bath of water, and because of it's electrocuted, if you remember in the 1960s, I think, I don't know, I'll give my age away then, but in the early 60s, I wasn't born then, so in the early 60s, there was a lot of suicide by people in the bath. But it was actually not suicide, it was because they loved to listen to the wireless whilst they were in the bath. And sometimes this wireless would fall into the water and they'd electrocute themselves. Okay? So these animals are electrocuted. According to, there's some figures, but there's no guarantee that these chickens are alive when they come out of the other end. There's no guarantee. And you could get the biggest peer, the biggest Sufi, because anybody, and do zabiha to that animal, will it become halal? Dead animal is always dead. Jewish and Muslim community are exempt from stunning. So remember two things. One is the stunning. That we as Muslims, and thanks to our Jewish brethren, are exempt. We, on religious grounds, can slaughter animals without stunning. It's a law of the land that all animals have to be stunned. But we as Muslims and our Jewish friend, so next time someone tells you that you have to stun, is the law of the land, it's there. Says Salim from Leicester came and told us. You can find this on the internet anywhere. But still, many abattoirs, and you must have heard it so many times, that it's a law of the land. We have to stun. So many people must have told you.